Assalamualaikum guys, welcome back to the channel. Firstly, make sure you hit that subscribe button and be sure to check out my previous videos. Today we were headed off to the Museum of Islamic Art, and I'll obviously film a few of the exhibitions that they had there. I'm not going to film the whole thing because it was quite big. But the first thing we noticed was that the surroundings where the museum was placed it was just absolutely stunning. And I've got some more shots of that in a bit later on in the video as well. This was some sort of cinema viewing area, but unfortunately we couldn't hear any sound, so we just went on to the next section. Wow, mashallah, look at that view. That is actually amazing. Found this map outside the museum. We were in Mia Park, and honestly, it was just stunning. It was beautiful. Spotted a tortoise in the water, swimming away. This is known as the Pearl Monument, and not too far off from this is where they have a monument for the FIFA World Cup that they had back in 2022. We were at the World Cup monument, and basically on these poles were supposed to be the flags of all the qualifying countries. They'd obviously taken them down since then. I can't seem to remember what this was. I don't know if it was a sand timer until the World Cup started. But yeah, interesting. This is England's one. They were the 9th nation to qualify for that World Cup. Brilliant. We are on our way to Doha Quest, which is another theme park, and it's supposed to be better than the Angry Birds one, so I was definitely excited for that. And we came just as soon as it was opening, which was great. We managed to come in. There was a bit of a rush at the beginning, but queues were supposed to be quite short anyway. So as we showed our tickets, we entered all the way in. There was a bird dancing, which was entertaining for the kids at least. Now, throughout this whole time that we were in the park, they basically had music which will copyright this video. So what I've chosen to do is just stick something in the background like an ambience until I talk or speak over it. But otherwise, when I went in, it was very, very quiet. We could get on a lot of the rides quickly. So I'll show you what they are. This ride was basically bumper cars, and because there was no one else on it, we got the whole track to ourselves. This was a simple roller coaster. It had a bit of speed to it and it was definitely fun. Kids enjoyed it as well. I thought this one was okay, then it did this and I was like, no. This one was a 4D experience, so a 4D cinema basically, and I love these ones, honestly. I think the last one in the UK I went on, I think it was called the Skyline in Legoland, and this one wasn't as good as that one, but it came close and it was thoroughly entertaining. I went on it a couple times. I was interested by this one, and then I zoomed in and saw what was happening, and again, I thought no. Destiny was another 4D cinema experience, and this one was better than the last 4D one I went on. And yeah, it was another one that I did a couple times. This next area was basically for the kids, and they had a lot of small rides, which are pretty much great for kids under the age of 7. Onto the gift shop. It was nothing special. It was the usual standard stuff. And yeah, I had a good look around. Didn't really get anything, to be honest. But it was nice the way they did this. It kind of led on to another part of the store through via these tunnels. And I thought that was quite nicely laid out. That's it, we were done with the theme park and we were on our way to eat at a Pakistani restaurant, Desi Tadka, which had been open for a couple months. It was, again, relatively empty. They had some seating upstairs. So that's where I headed. Opened the menu and basically we got a kadai and we got some biryani as well, and it was reasonably priced. These were loaded pizza fries. They basically were fries, obviously, with cheese and olives, and it was delicious. This was the mutton kadai that came through, and it was really spicy, but it was absolutely delicious. So I had that with a couple naans. And then here was a matka chicken biryani, which was absolutely delicious. Lots of masala underneath it. And it was just, I had a bit of that, a bit of the kadai as well, and I was absolutely full up, alhamdulillah. We found this mall next door, and it was essentially a supermarket, really. So that was nice. Picked up a couple of things before heading back to the hotel. We were off to the Museum of Illusions, which we had heard was quite good. And there were a couple of staff members there who basically kind of show you what the illusions are. And they even take a picture of you and your family, so that when you see the picture, you kind of see the illusion. It's kind of hard to explain. But there are certain optical illusions that you couldn't see until someone was standing in that place. And it was really fascinating. I'd seen a few of these things by, just on the internet, things like that. But to actually see some of these physical items in hand, it was quite it was quite the treat, really. And it's a shame we don't have anything like this in the UK. Wow. Look at that. These lines are actually the same length.
Okay, since you are from
So one here.
Oh, feels like I'm moving.
Whoa. A Welsh.
One will be standing.
Again, there was a gift shop, nice to look at, but I didn't really pick up anything. Found this awesome game store nearby. At first I thought it was just a regular one, and then as I got in I found a lot of retro stuff. I spotted some Game Boys in the cabinet and some older consoles and some PS2 games, some Super Nintendo games, and it was just a wave of nostalgia, to be honest. They were slightly expensive. If you're in the UK, you could probably get it for cheaper at CEX, obviously, because a lot of this stuff's imported. I found a Lord of the Rings game, which clearly wasn't in English. But yeah, it was just... I was going to pray Doha before heading out to our next destination. We were at the Katara Cultural Village, which basically has a few exhibitions, an amphitheatre, a planetarium, and honestly, the thing that struck me first is just the weather. It was beautiful, alhamdulillah. It was about 22 degrees, there's a lovely light breeze coming through, and it just made the experience a bit more pleasant. It was fairly busy as we got closer and closer to the centre of the park. But we were mainly trying to find the beach as well, which we'd heard quite a few good things about. Yeah, sound of water always just sounds so peaceful. Just want to lie down and listen to it while sleeping. This is an amphitheatre. Don't know what shows actually go on here, but yeah, it's nice view as well. They've got a lovely beach here, and it is closed at the moment because they've got some construction work going on. So I'm just gonna take a further look around, but yeah, it's just mostly items of cultural interest like the amphitheatre. You got quite a few restaurants. There's a planetarium here as well, so I'm gonna see if we can go to it, and I've just spotted something really strange, like a giant kettle. Okay, that's interesting. Looks like this part of the beach is open, which is good. I bought a vanilla ice cream, which was tasty. We eventually found a part of the beach that was open, so naturally we went for it. Okay, so it's about 10 riyals per person. We hired a couple of chairs and an umbrella, and I'm just going to set my stuff down. Yeah, not bad at all. There you go, look at that. Nice. Alright, here's the planetarium, so I'm going to go into it. Oh, it's a touchscreen. Okay, constellations. I think there was a booking for a show, which you have to do online. Otherwise, they have a bit of an exhibition here, but it's a bit small. I mean, it's free of charge, really, so you can't complain. Our last destination was Vilaggio Mall, which, when you walked in, the first thing you noticed was the ceiling, because they've got a fake sky there, and it looks really beautiful. And as you get closer and closer, there is a river, and there are boat rides going up and down, and it was kind of reminiscent of Venice in Italy. We didn't have time to get these boat rides. There was massive queues for them, but it was quite a nice touch, really. One thing we noticed was that the shops are actually quite decent. There were some good offers on there, and they had regular shops as opposed to some of the other malls that we visited where they had premium brands. They were actually regular stores here. Found another theme park in there. It almost looked like just a regular fun fair, so I wasn't really interested in doing that after the two great theme parks that we had, but it was nice they had it. It's about 50 riyals per person, which is just over 10 quid. Wow, that is a Virgin Megastore. I haven't seen one of those since I was a kid. Pretty much because they all shut down in the UK. But yeah, I'll definitely take a look in that. Very nice walking into one of these again. Brought back a few memories. And we found another cheesecake factory. So naturally, went in and ordered a few things. I ordered something slightly different, a New York steak. But somebody else on the table did order the chicken Madeira and steak Diane, which I gladly had a bit of. Oh, it's definitely nice to see a Carrefour again. Last time I was in one of these was actually in Dubai, so let's go in. And that was it. My time in Qatar was at an end. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Be sure to like the video, comment on it, and definitely subscribe. I'm gonna have some more travel videos coming up on the channel. And yeah, until next time.